What makes John Morant so good? If you remember, I was a big fan of his game in college. You can check out my draft scout of him pinned at the top. Took a look at 3 games really in depth, a preseason game, 2 games early in his NBA career, in addition to a whole bunch of others. But I used these 3 games to put together a little highlight video, scouting video of how Ja's game is translating to the NBA, how he's been so effective, why he's right there with the leaderboard for Rookie of the Year. Let's take an in depth look at the film. First of all, he's got phenomenal pace to his game. You see, he just really has a good feel, knowing when to attack, when to pull it back out. When he sees the Heat don't really have bodies out here, he's great with that left hand finishing, has phenomenal touch. Really, really ambidextrous, has gotten so much better. You see, again, he really seems to prefer to use that left around the basket as he goes right around Harden there, ends up putting the ball back in his left hand to finish. Really good at getting to the rim himself in transition, and then really good lob pass, a really good feel for his teammates as well. This play here, he's going to get Crowder to set a pick and roll, trying to get the switch, but Crowder sort of just slips out of it, so they don't get anything. But now it's one-on-one, now it's iso ball. You got to find a way to beat your man, which he can do as well. You see the simple right to left crossover, getting really low. Lower man wins. Again, that left-hand finish that he's really, really comfortable with. Look at the pace here again. Look at him act like he's pulling it back out, turn around and pull it back out, stand up for a second, and then see that Houston's defenders got back out of the paint, vacated really where they should be. So now it's going to open up the driving lane for me to drive, get to that left hand again. See the pace again. Slows down, really, which gets Houston to stand up. Faking slow to end up going fast. And then again, he loves this move. Look how crafty he is with the handle here. Man, that's a big-time handle, big-time find. Crowder just happened to step out of bounds. And then I didn't like the Russ comparison that people were throwing around pre-draft, but I will say there's a couple plays that do make you think of him. You see him crashing the offensive glass a few times for some nice putbacks. Doesn't have anywhere close, in my opinion, to Russ's level of athleticism, but he is a really active, high-energy player. You see another offensive rebound in the preseason game, and then a really nice drop-off pass to the cutter. What I also really like, he's really, really good just running offense, just movement, constant cutting off the ball, doesn't stop, runs every play all the way through. This is their 5-out offense, same as Milwaukee's 5-out offense from Budenholzer. Swing the ball, and then it's supposed to be usually a pin down for this guy that swings it. Ja does a great job just reading his man. If his man cheats the screen, Ja's not afraid to hard plant towards the screen and then back cut. And then, like I mentioned, does have the athleticism, go up there and get it. Playing with smart players, high IQ players alongside him in Memphis. I really like the thought of him, playing in a pretty smart system his whole career, playing with guys that are intelligent, know how to play. You see, again, just the pace again, just reading the floor, seeing that Myers Leonard right here is one guy back trying to cover 2 as Memphis has a 4-on-3, which is going to open up Brooks. So many guys just don't see the floor like that. Great, great feel for the game. Speaking of feel, again, you see just the little things there. It's going to look like, obviously, a tough finish, but this is just an out-of-bounds play where Ja's going to do a great job. Tight curling off Valanciunas, catching the ball, holding it for a second, seeing that his man is so far behind him, and Kelly Olynyk is going to get out of there to help, and once he does that, that opens up my driving lane to attack. Great high finish, great touch off the glass. Here you see, just being a point guard. The call, Taylor Jenkins called wide here, which was a wide pin down. I think maybe Valanciunas didn't hear it. He was coming over to set a drag. Look at Morant telling Valanciunas where to go set a pin down for Crowder. I'm going to look at throwing the ball to Crowder, but P.J. Tucker's playing pretty good defense on him, not open. So, doesn't matter. Now I still got to play basketball. I'm going to hit Valanciunas up top. I'm going to cut. I'm going to go into split game. I'm going to screen down. He's going to back cut. Since he back cut, Eric Gordon's still on the high side of me, so now I'm going to back cut. Now I get hit. Now I see that Danielle House stopped the ball. I have 2 guys on me. I'm going to dribble towards the middle, keep them both with me, get up in the air, kick out to Jay Crowder, open 3, really high IQ play, high IQ player. Again, doesn't need the plays to be scripted perfectly. He's just going to keep playing basketball, find something. You see again the back cut here as they go into the high split this time. Really likes this action against constant overplays. Love how much he stays moving. Reminds me just, again, of the San Antonio Spurs type offense. Really good movement player. I think this was one of his first baskets in the preseason. But just a great setup here. Setting up this corner side pick and roll. Is going to plant towards the middle, jab with that right foot, drive baseline. Just crafty, simple. Seems like a 5 or 10-year vet. Again, the back cut, constant movement, the athletic finish. What I like too, really good playing out of the pick and roll, obviously. Great at finishing himself. Good going both ways. Hangs in the air for a lot of crafty athletic finishes. Loves to play out of these horns type sets. And then he's one of the best I've seen already. Might be one of the best in the NBA. Keeping his man on his back, keeping his man in jail. Just like Chris Paul, honestly. Really, really seems like he's watched a ton of his film. Great at that S-dribble. Keeps his man. Once his man's on his back, once he's in jail here like this, all he's doing is trying to keep his man there. And Ja has all the tricks. He's not afraid to hit him with his off arm a little bit, knock him off balance, and now he knows he's got a 2-on-1. It's him against the big with Valanciunas with him. He's just got to read, does the big stop me? And if he does, I've got that dump-off pass to Valanciunas. Great at reading the game. Great creator. Out of pick and roll. Out of keeping his man on his back. That's a set play. Another one straight out of Milwaukee. They call this wide dribble. Pin down. Dribble hand back to the point guard. Right into a high pick and roll. And you see again, keeping his man on his back. Then really good floater game as well. That one he got swiped down on. Similar one really here, but Hero's so far off, doesn't really have to keep him on his back, just able to go quickly. Valanciunas should have shot this right here, would have given Ja an easy assist. Makes the mistake of putting the ball down, misses the chippy, but still a really, really crafty, smart play by the point guard. See the horns look again here, and again, keeping Eric Gordon on his back to get to that floater. If that doesn't remind you of Chris Paul, so good out of that. Here, simple side pick and roll, cross screen into it. You see, great job setting it up. Ball in his left hand. Crossover right at the point of the screen to that right. Keep his man on the back again to that floater that he shoots so well. Also does a great job, obviously, passing the ball. Great lob passer. You see, this was a designed after timeout play, kind of a spin-out lob for Bruno. These plays are the ones that remind you a little bit of Luka, LeBron, guys that have that great touch on those passes, able to make those really high-level reads. This is just a really simple one, using the drag screen in transition. Basketball is an easy game, not so complicated here. Turn the corner, know your big, know your personnel, where he likes the ball, how he can finish. Again, just goes on this screen, that left-hand finish again, really, really strong. This is coming off, pin down into a pick and roll here. Again, look at that move, look at the touch, look at the finish. As he's going to go at Capella, we're going to go left, right, left, cross, cross. Whew. That's a heck of a finish. A little more preseason action here. Look at him set up this one with the reject dribble on the pick and roll. He's going to look how much he sells it. Look at his eyes. Everything going towards that right, going towards that screen. Gets his man to really jump towards the screen. Then I'm going to beat it away with the reject right to left crossover. Now I'm reading the defense. Look at his eyes again. He sees this big man's going to commit to me. He's going to take away my layup. Then at the last second, I've got the dump-off pass back to Brandon Clark. And you see, the only way they would have taken this away is if the guard had really pursued Brandon Clark, stayed inside him, basically peel back, switched it. Since he doesn't, again, just look, it's all in the eyes. Look at how Ja does this. Look at him. He's looking at the big. He's looking at the rim. He's checking on right here. Sees that he's not doing a good job staying behind the big. Jumping up in the air, multiple guys coming to help, dump off, beautiful pass, beautiful read. Then the shot. So the shot is the one thing that he's obviously shot a good percentage from three, but he's not taking a ton of them. From mid-range, some of these looks, he seems a little hesitant shooting the ball. So, he can definitely improve in that area, and that's something I pointed out in his draft video as well. But you can see it's definitely there. When he shoots it with confidence, sometimes kind of shot puts it, doesn't really hold the follow through. The technique, not phenomenal right now, but the touch is smooth, you see still. I have no doubt that he's going to be able to shoot the ball at a really high level. He already is shooting, like I said, at a really good percentage. This was a really crafty, nice one against P.J. Tucker. Just, again, good feel, good smooth rhythm, good pace to his game. Knowing P.J. Tucker, one of the better defenders in the league, probably not the guy you're going to beat off the dribble as much. Great job, sidestep for a three. Really nice player, having a great rookie season so far. Thanks for watching What Makes John Morant So Good. Make sure you follow at ScoutWithBryan, Twitter, Instagram, the Scout with Bryan podcast. Make sure you thumb up, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys watching. More stuff soon.